First, when I crossed the line, the only thing that I wanted to see is if I'm first or not. I saw it on the screen. It says like, it zoomed on me and it said Slalom World Cup champion. I was like, okay, now I won. And then after the race, I got to the hotel and I saw these videos of I watched my run like maybe 10 times. At that moment, I was a bit shocked in myself that I could pull it off because I thought I didn't have it that day, and I had it.
What a spectacular ski!
Our guest today represents the new face of Croatian skiing.
Has found their new star.
A fearless young talent, a natural competitor, and the winner of her first World Cup Slalom Globe before even turning 22. Zrinka Ljutić. Zrinka, welcome.
Thank you.
Zrinka, let's dive straight into it. Let's get going. It's so good to have you here. But let's start with your roots, where it all began. You grew up in Zagreb, in a family where skiing kind of runs through everyone's veins. 4 kids, all skiers, your father, Amir, as your coach. Now, during the winters, your family would move to Austria so that all of you could ski, quite literally building your lives around the snow. How would you describe what skiing means to the Ljutić family?
It means many things, but I would say just a way of life, because it was a way of life and it still is. But also it represents like an outlet that we can express ourselves in, learn about ourselves, the world, and just have a good time as a family, like to, strengthen our bond and kind of go from there into everything.
You often talk about your parents and the values that they've passed on to you. Discipline, humility, togetherness. What do you think has shaped you the most growing into this ski racing star that you've become?
I would say what shaped me the most is just coming from such a family where you really had to work for everything. And it was never, about like becoming the best. I mean, result-wise that we were oriented as like, this is where we have to go. And I wasn't even really aware of like what was happening at the time. I was just skiing, having fun, and I was very competitive, which for sure contributed to this where I am today. But I would say it was just much bigger than just racing and just competitive sport. So yeah, and it's still like everything, like nothing changed in my family, and that's nice. Like my siblings still view me as Zrinka. They viewed me like before this globe and when we were small and training together, playing. So I guess that's what keeps me grounded in a sense.
Father Amir, Mum Martina, sister Dora, brother Svetko, Hrevjo? No, that's wrong.
No, it's good. It's almost Hrvoje.
Hrvoje.
Good.
Sorry, Hrvoje. I know you're listening to this. Those are Mum, Dad, brother and sister. But we've also, this is one of my favourite questions, there's also your grandfather. We saw him cheering and shouting in Kranjska Gora when you won the slalom there. What does this support mean to you and your family to have Grandad letting it all out? And you delivered and won the race as well.
He's such a legend. Yeah, I mean, it's so funny to me. And also I'm really grateful to have such grandparents and grandpa. Especially like he puts everything behind, comes to watch me on like every single race, meets new people, makes new connections, and also at this age of his life, but he's so like fierce and just joyful about everything and curious. So I wish I will be like that also when I'll be that old.
Tell me how to pronounce grandfather's name.
Mladen.
Mladen.
Yeah.
I think you're
Mladen.
a superstar, Mladen. If you're tuning in, you are the Zrinka Ljutić super fan, and I can't wait for those cameras to catch your grandfather.
For sure he is. He never misses any press release. He collects it all, like buys newspapers, everything.
Now that's bringing tears to my eyes when you've got a granddad that is so into it. But he's got to be the proudest man on the
I
planet.
think so, yeah. And the happiest, for sure.
Now, we're still sticking with growing up as a youngster, as a young racer. And when you grew up, you're watching the former superstars of Croatian skiing, obviously Janica and Ivica Kostelić. They've inspired a whole generation in not only in Croatia, but around the world, I think it's fair to say. What do they represent, or what did they represent to you when you were a kid in those early ski racing days?
They were very big to me. I remember seeing them train in Innerkrams, where I grew up, basically. And I was such a stalker. I was like, I'd follow them around, like just stare at them. Ivica today, because I'm really good with him, and he tells me he remembers me just staring at him all the time. Like I was this, this small and just like with these black eyes all the time, like looking at him. What is he doing? And they were very appealing to me. Like I obviously knew they were very famous, so I remember watching. I mean, especially Ivica, watching him ski and hearing all these stories about Janica, and then having them there. I was so starstruck. But I'm so happy that like now I really know them on a personal level, and it's funny. I have so many stories like when I was small and I would come to them and say something very silly, and everyone would laugh. Yeah.
But they love the fact that you adored them as a youngster, but you also used them as role models. I mean, the work ethic of Janica and Ivica became world famous at that time. I was commentating on them, and we would hear stories of their father, who was a coach, just like your story, but they would still be on the mountain when other teams were heading for a sauna or a massage or physio. Was it the work ethic? Did that also capture your imagination and instill that same work rate in you?
Yeah, for sure. I would say they really set like this footprint of how it's done, like Croatian way.
I like that.
We saw, from the first hand how they came where they came in the end. And I really witnessed like watching Ivica especially train like hours and hours. Everyone would finish their trainings. He would still be there, no matter the conditions, no matter, the days. Like he would have 20 days in a row. People, skiers today, they ski like 4 days, they take a day off. And it's just so different. So we got exposed to that way. And for sure, that's part of why we are here today. I mean, we didn't do everything the same way they did, but they definitely opened up like a new world to us, a new way. And I would say I definitely got tougher having these experiences with Ivica also, being in like part of my team for some time and helping me out, sharing his insights, experiences. He was such a big skier, and he's a big personality. So having him around was, I would say, crucial in some way.
That's beautiful words.
Yeah.
And I love the way he plays the guitar and sings a song as well.
Yeah, he's so talented.
He really is.
A lot of talents.
I totally agree. Now, Janica, 4 Olympic gold medals. Ivica was the king of the hill until Marcel Hirscher came along. I've got to turn this story around. And how do I best put it? Do you get bored of being constantly compared to Janica, and particularly the Croatian press? They're good guys some days, but they can be tough on other occasions. Are there moments when you think, oh, Janica, Ivica, I want to be me, not them?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, for sure, it's getting more and more, I mean, not annoying, but kind of not unnecessary.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm not thinking too much about it. Like, I don't take it so close to my heart, which is good, I would say. But for sure, it's just every journalist is almost in Croatia, like the same question, every interview. Like from when I first raced my fifth, even before when I was racing Topolino, when I won Topolino, it started like every time it was, how do you feel like being the new Janica and stuff. So yeah, it's just something so irrational, and I can't think hard about it,
Yeah.
So it just passes through me.
It kind of goes with the game, doesn't it? When an Austrian young skier Lucas Furstein wins a Super G. It's the new glamour. Oh,
Yeah, for
he's
sure.
here. And then another Swedish skier starts winning. It's the new Inga Mars Denmark. It's one of those tougher parts of ski racing where we love our legends and we're always looking for the new version,
Yeah.
I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, maybe feeds the sport, and everyone loves this hype around everything. And then journalists, also have to live off something, I guess, and then they like to pump things up.
Yeah, but it's still a wonderful story, both all coming from Zagreb. And I hope you win more than Janica and Ivica.
Thanks.
And then there'll be a story, and then they'll be comparing the next young skiers to Zrinka. I can see that one coming. Stop chatting between you and I for a little moment. Let's go to the next category that we call on this official FIS podcast, Icy Slope. So what we're going to give you is a little mobile phone with a friend of yours who's going to ask you a couple of questions.
What?
Yes. And
Who is it?
it's a little surprise.
I think I know.
Here we go. Let's press play.
Hi Zrinka, I have a question for you. Is it true that you have a body double to do some of your PR work, like in Right Around?
That's so true. So I have a sister that looks, apparently really similar to me. And we were training in Right together this winter, and some kids came to her thinking it was me. And I was not there on that day. I had a day off. And she was like, they were so nice and just so excited. So she felt like it would just disappoint them if she was like, that's not me, that's my sister. So she just like signed them, sign my name as if it was me.
That is so beautiful.
And everyone was happy. Like,
Yeah, everybody went away happy, whether it was the real one or not. Let's get question 2 here. These are good.
Yeah.
And I have another question for you. Is it a total red flag if someone doesn't know how to ski, or would you give them a shot on a date if you were single?
No, actually, I don't care.
Do you want to tell us who this is asking the questions?
That's my assistant coach. But no, I don't care if you're a skier or not. I would say I care more about the music taste than actually if the person skis or cares about skiing. So it's not a red flag.
And can we give our listeners a little tip in case there's some guys out there think they have a chance? What music should they tell you is their favorite music?
No, I'm sorry.
No chances.
No,
Okay,
no,
boys, I tried.
Sorry.
I tried, guys. Okay, let's... I really did try to get you guys a little bit of a head start if you're looking for a date with the current slalom.
No, do
World
better.
Cup you got to do better. You got to
Gotta
figure
do
it out for yourself.
better.
Okay, I got it.
This
They
is
gotta
too
work
easy.
Yeah, they got to work for it. I understand. Okay, let's move on. Let's talk about the rise. Let's talk about ski racing. You mentioned Topolino. That's a very important race for any young skier to win. You then went on to win the World Junior Championship. And then it started to come together very nicely. World Cup debut, very smooth. We started seeing you on the TV. But I think it's the 24-25 season where everything started to click together. Are there memories before then that you feel were those big stepping stones in your earlier races? I mean, first podium in 2023
yeah.
in Spindlerov.
Yeah.
I mean, when you got that first podium, did you think, ooh, maybe everything's going to come together a little younger than I thought?
Yeah, I mean, this was all I hoped for, I was like really working for that. And then when it happened, I was like, I didn't really know what to do then. Like, what's next? And obviously I had so much still to learn, and I still do. But I would say I got a bit stuck there after the first podium. I mean, I was really hoping to perform on that level again and again, but it just took me some races, some DNFs to get here. And I think it's just a part of the process. Now looking back, I for sure wouldn't stress so much about it as I did, because I really see that there's nothing more I could do than just accept like how things were going for me and just do my best in spite of all of that.
And then finally, it all comes together.
Yeah, it
24,
does.
25 season, something clicks. We say in English, the penny drops. Did you know when that penny had dropped, or was it only when you took your first victory of this past season that you really felt, ooh, I can push everybody here?
Yeah, I would say for me, it's always some pattern. When it clicks, then it clicks. And then it's like, I'm on it and I'm riding it. But it takes some time, like maybe some different ways than what I would hope or what other people think it will be. Like, I really know, like, I need some time to like figure something out. And then it clicks. Then I'm like, I'm here. And then again, before the next step, I'm like gonna struggle sometime. But then it clicks and then it's like, I settle in. And I would say it was like that, when I, not with my first podium, but then when I was second in Jasna, and then after, like, I got 2 more podiums. And then next season with these wins, it's like when I'm on it, I'm really on it. Yeah.
And those are wonderful words. When I'm on it, I'm really on it. And so how do you deal with the nerves, the excitement, the fact that it's all becoming a reality rather than a dream? Is that what on it is all about? You've got the balance exactly where you need it to be?
I think so. It's like when you have it, but you're not like holding so tight that you might lose it, or like you're not controlling or stressing so much. But it's you're not like in some empty space floating, not knowing where you are. So it's like this perfect spot to be, and it works.
Yeah, no, it is beautiful. I want to go a little bit more because this season was spectacular. And I think for me, the season starts with you and I doing a little TV show for FIS TV. You're the Longines under-23 rising star. I think this clip's gone viral so many times. It's beautiful. But you come on as the most talented youngster, 21 years of age then, 21, I think. And
20. Yeah.
And there's a globe. Let me just describe it for you. We're doing a live TV show, ladies and gentlemen, and we have the globe. And obviously you say to this young rising star, this is the slalom globe here, Zrinka. And this beautiful young lady sitting next to me said, can I touch it? And I think one of us said, if you touch it, you'll win it. And Zrinka, fast forward the story, and here I am talking to the Slalom Globe champion of that season. Was touching it really the secret? Touching that globe, you went, right, I'm going to show this Nick fellows that I can bloody win this thing.
I mean, when I said that, you asked me what's the dream, and then I said, that's the dream. And in the moment, it was almost like a joke, but in every joke, there's a bit of truth and a belief. And I would say that for sure it's stuck somewhere with me. Like I was seeing myself as someone who can really dream about this. And I think that's a big part why it happened this season. Because if I wasn't actively thinking and going for it, then I wouldn't grab it when I got the chance. And I really did. So, yeah.
And if you can find that clip, it's everywhere. Please enjoy it. So we're into the season. After we've touched the globe, there's a little bit of magic in the air. The last race of 24, because the 24-25 season, Croatia haven't won a World Cup slalom race for 18 years. And you smash it in Semmering. First win of your career. Tell us a little bit about that day, how it came together, how you cracked it, and how you celebrated it.
It was a perfect day. Like, I don't know, but sometimes you just feel like something's gonna happen. But anyway, so woke up, had a good night's sleep. I mean, my mom was there, which was really nice. I saw her in the morning. Like, it's always nice. Got maybe a bit more relaxed. And then I had a good warm up, and I would say I was just generally in a good shape at that part of the season. Felt good physically, mentally, and and then it just happened. I mean, I had a really good first run. I would say it was maybe the first time, in some time that I could like really ski so freely, like it was just some training. And then you could really see it. Like when I'm in that space, I hardly do some mistakes, or even if I do, I really recover quickly. So, and I'm fast usually, and yeah, and then after the first run, I was already so stoked, like leading for the first time. Um, and I remember having a conversation with my dad in the gondola after the first run, like just stay in this space, don't let anything get to you or shake you from this. But I would say I was really matured enough to like go for it then, and I really wanted to get it. So as I went and I grabbed it. But
And
yeah,
yeah,
it was amazing.
you grabbed it, you won it. It's a special moment for any World Cup skier to take that first victory. Did you have a big celebration? Did you let off some steam? Did you get back to your room at the hotel and scream
Man.
really loud? Or was it just a very special family moment?
It took some time. First, when I crossed the line, of course, the only thing that I wanted to see is if I'm first or not. And I was first, but I was under so much adrenaline from the run that I didn't even care about this margin or anything. I was like, all right, I'm like good. And then after the race, I got to the hotel and I saw these videos of I watched my run like maybe 10 times, and your commentary like 1.75. What a ridiculous second run. And then it got to me. I was like, did I just win?
Well, you didn't just win, you smashed it.
Yeah, I was
fair.
like, wow, I couldn't. It was like watching someone else, and I would be like so excited about this person. Like, wow, this was crazy. And then I realized that's me. So that's oh yay.
No, yay, super yay.
Yeah, it was amazing. But then I got home and had a nice time with my family and shared all the how do you say, impressions and
Yeah.
from that day.
The most impressive thing for me, because this very rarely happens, is the next World Cup slalom on the tour, you backed it up. And this means that, a lot of rock and roll bands, they have that big number one hit, but to find the second hit is difficult. And a lot of skiers tell me in interviews and podcasts that second victory sometimes is a little more special than the first because it tells you it wasn't a fluke. Touching the globe is true magic. Kranjska Gora, second win. Was that eat, repeat, smash it? Or was there a slightly different game plan there?
No, that was the plan. Like it was just a week after Semmering, and I felt so confident after Semmering, after my first win. For sure, there was so much more like attention on me, and I know there was so many people in Croatia who thought that I can't do it again, and I was like, I'll just prove you all wrong. So I was like, I need this. Like this is an important one, and I remember like straight after this win, I was already looking forward to this next race, like just being locked in until then, and hopefully like doing it again. I definitely used this like confidence that I had.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was so tight with Wendy.
Absolutely.
But still, I was really believing that I can do it, and I did it. And I was really, really proud of myself after that.
Your coach, your dad, Amir, he must have been really chuffed because there's a big difference between the race piste in Semmering and the race piste on the Podkaren in Kranjska Gora. For those of you that don't know the difference, I think it's fair to say Kranjska Gora race piste is pretty gnarly.
Yeah, it's a pretty long slalom. You have everything. Like you have a long first flat, some rollers, and then this quite steep last pitch, which is also pretty long. So there are no space for any errors, let's say. But yeah, I didn't even care. Like at that point, I was so determined on like what I want to do and how I want to do it that if there was, I don't know, swords flying around in the course, I wouldn't mind. Like I was just, that's how it felt. Like I could like do anything. So yeah.
And then you go on to win another.
Yeah, at that point, I was like unreal. I was like, okay, what is going on?
But the story starts to shift. All of a sudden, it's no longer this young rookie that's finally winning races that we've been cheering for. she's going to win the globe. She's going to become the slalom champion. And the media attention, the press, the interest, the stories, they start really gathering momentum as well. Was that a new learning curve? Skiing was getting better and better, confidence with victory number 3 and an all-time high. But then the media wants every little teeny weeny piece of Zrinka.
Yeah, at that point it became more serious, and I would say less like fun and games, and it was much more attention, obligations, and just like you get tired from that at some point. Like it definitely takes your energy, and I wasn't like even feeling so good at that day in Courchevel, but I still like managed to, you know, take the best of me and win. And then I was like, what? How? Like I was actually at that moment I was a bit shocked in myself that I could pull it off, because I thought I didn't have it that day, and I had it. So it was really nice. Also, like every win was different, which is so cool.
Yeah, very different. And for me as a commentator, it started to tell me that you were becoming a major player. You could win in different pistes, different conditions. And if you're telling us you didn't feel 100% yourself, but you're still winning, those are the words of champions. The season flows on. Another great podium in Sestriere, I thought, was a wonderful ski. Then you get to Sun Valley, and you've got to ski well to secure that crystal globe. I think that was the first time in Sun Valley that I saw you getting a little nervous.
Man, I was so nervous. I've never been that nervous in my life. And it was just different type of nervousness. It's not like you have, you know, these chills when you're like leading after the first run. And this was so unknown, like so new, and so many things could go wrong. I mean, all right, but mostly wrong. And there was also it was so uncertain. Like it was not just about me at the time, it was also about other skiers. And that's always different. Like it's one thing when you're just responsible and you have the ownership of your result, but this was like, how will Wendy do, how will Linsberger do, Rast, how will I do, and then how will we do combined? And it's just, or if someone else will come, I didn't even know. And you know, you hear about all these calculations coming to that race. I was dreaming at that point about that race. Like I even like 2 weeks before the race, I would dream that I'm racing that and like different outcomes. Like I was totally like a bit, you know, but I guess
It sounds awful, to be honest. It sounds like you're in a continual nightmare.
Yeah, it's like you have something.
And for all of our listeners, any one of 5 of them could win the slalom title. So that's the pressure that we're talking about. You had to perform. You couldn't crash out.
No, and also I should not DNF.
You should not DNF.
And,
you need to finish in the top 15.
Yeah.
And at this point, one of your childhood heroes, Michaela Schifrin, is coming back and back with a vengeance. So we understand the nerves, but you did keep your cool. It is a fantastic, very happy, but also well-executed finish to the story.
Yeah. Again, it asked of me to be smart and like to be mature, like to be aware of where I am, like also be fine that I might not be able to show my best skiing. I didn't even feel that well on that snow, and anyway, it didn't matter. Like I had my task and I had my mission, so to say.
Yeah.
So, and I did it.
You did it.
I did it.
We did it.
We did it. Come on.
But you didn't ski for the victory. You skied to secure the globe. Is that fair to say?
Yeah. Sure. And also looking back, I mean, I can't say what will happen, but I honestly was so eaten by pressure that I don't think I could ski any better.
Yeah.
But it's good that I didn't ski worse.
No, thank you. And I appreciate your honesty. When you get to the finish area, you look around, you look at the timing board, it tells you that you're in the points and you've got enough points. How long before it sinks in and the calculation is done and you've seen the rest of the race? How many seconds, how many minutes before you tell your inner self, oh, I'm the slalom champion?
It took me some time because also when I crossed the finish, I didn't know yet if I thought like it's on the limit, like it's gonna be tight. And then I just had to wait, which is kind of a mellow like feeling, like just standing there waiting for others. And I also everyone was then calculating, and I honestly am really bad with these calculations, and I don't ever calculate in that sense, like points and stuff. So I honestly just waited until it's official that they tell me like you win it or you won it or you didn't. And that's how it was. I saw it on the screen. It says like it zoomed on me and it said Slalom World Cup champion. I was like, okay, now I won. And I guess I won. And then it took me some minutes, but then once everything like you understand and everyone comes to you and starts congratulating, and you think of all the days and all the nights like a month before that, and like how you couldn't stop thinking about this, so then it really becomes like such a relief.
You're a long way from home
Yeah.
as well. What do you know what the response was like at home, because you're live on Croatian TV, and also the response when you finally got back home to Zagreb from Sun Valley in Idaho? I heard some of the scenes were quite amazing.
Yeah, I mean everyone was watching, and everyone was crying, so it was cool. And then after I got home, I got a lot of like welcomings, and even in my neighborhood there was thousands, like hundreds of people waiting for me and applauding me, which was really really nice.
So I just like to say it for the record: Zrinka Ljutić, 2025 Audi Fiski World Cup Slalom champion. Wow, doesn't it sound good?
Sounds great.
Having touched that globe in October before the season starts. I
Yeah.
think it's wonderful. Let's talk about some of the other ladies that have become your friends, that were your heroes when you were younger, and now you're racing up against. A little birdie tells me that there's still a picture of Michaela Schifrin on your bedroom wall at home.
Yeah, that's. I don't know if that's a bit creepy, but but there is a picture of us, yeah, from my first podium, and she won. No, she was second. Lena won,
Yeah.
and I was so like in other world, and I just wanted to take a picture with her, and, and then I asked her if she can send me that picture.
I think that's lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think that's embarrassing.
No, it's not. But it's crazy. Like I was, she's such an idol. She still is. I remember like watching her, then seeing her around, but I never met her before. And then now I can casually talk to her. It's like really cool.
Do you think maybe she's a little bit scared of you as well right now?
Hopefully. I mean, I don't know, but I mean, it's Michaela in the end. I don't think she has to be scared of anyone, but that's what I'm working for.
Yeah, she'll be watching you
Yeah.
you very closely indeed. Are there any other skiers on the women's slalom tour that you particularly like, either as friends or you like the way they ski, they race, they play the game?
There's so many. I have so many good friends on the tour. It's like everyone's my friend on the tour. That's how I feel like.
That's lovely.
No, but it's great, and we really have a good time. And it's like this racing in the end, it turns out to be such a small part of it. But then all the pre-race routines and inspections and trainings, and then just dinners and coffees in hotels. It's just so funny. It's like another world. I don't think people outside can sometimes even could comprehend how it looks, because it looks so competitive, like when you watch on TV maybe, but then later it's just like, oh, hey Camille, how is going? And and even though we were fighting for the globe, both of us, but we never had this tension between us when we actually talked and stuff.
It's wonderful. And this Croatian determination, this sort of Croatian school of hard work, do some of those skiers want to learn from you now? Do they want to copy your technique, your style? Do other coaches ask your father, should I be doing more with my skier? Should I be doing less? Because Croatia is a tiny European nation with not a huge population, but this success rate seems to flow. And when one comes to the end of their career, we don't have to wait very long before another one arrives.
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's it's fun to think about it, because like that there's some skiers now and young athletes coming up that they're like looking at my technique, which is, I would say, pretty different from everything else, all other techniques in slalom especially. And also it's a bit like funny how it works, because I thought also I had to like change so much in my skiing. Like I look too different, or like I should be more like Michaela or more like Petra or something. And then I just turned out to be this completely different version. And now it's enough. Like I win races and other people look up to me and like want to copy me. So I guess it says that you should not do that. Like you should maybe take out some good stuff, but in the end, it's such a unique sport where everyone looks so different, and that's beautiful. So I think that's the best. You can be the best version if you try to build on your strengths and on your, let's say, unique traits that you have as a skier. Because I think that's essentially what all great skiers did, and that's how Michaela became Michaela, and Odermatt is Odermatt, and Marcel. And when you look at them, they're all completely different. I think also when you look at top 7 women slalom skiers or even men's, they're all so different from each other. So it's just cool. I don't think there's so much of that variety of techniques and styles in any other sport. I don't think so, at least.
And when you watch yourself on the TV, do you see a little bit of Ivica Kostelić in your technique, or it's all natural Zrinka Ljutić?
That's different because he's a man, so, and he was skiing in a different time. But I would say maybe there is some things. I think he had a really beautiful technique, like very textbook technique.
Yeah.
I for sure have some of that, but then in the end, I'm much more loose than he was, I would say. He was always very precise, very tempered. I don't know how to say it. It felt like when you would watch him, he's never pushing 100%. Felt like he always has this little tiny bit of space that he's always very, not cautious, but like just enough. And maybe it's just also that I'm younger now, so I'm a bit everywhere. I'm sometimes pushing too much. Sometimes it's not enough, but it's more of these oscillations between my tempo and like dynamic. So it's different. Yeah. What do you think? What do you say?
Wise words. I think there are similarities there, but I see similarities as well in your race space. And you seem very measured. I love that word that you use, where Ivica always had a little bit of time. And when you're really floating and flowing in your technique, it looks like you have that little bit of time as well.
Yeah, that's a good observation, and that's how I feel. I feel like when I'm at my best, everything just comes at me.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like everything is moving in slow motion almost.
Yeah.
But actually, I'm really at my
Hammering
best.
it. Yeah. Winning by 1.75 seconds.
Yeah.
Marcel Hirscher told me once, when he's having his best skiing, it's like autopilot.
Yeah, for sure.
Everything's taking care of itself. Fascinating.
It is. It's crazy how it works. It's some like this space where nothing matters. You're like so immersed in it, and it feels like you can't go wrong. But also, you're not even trying like not to be wrong. It's like you're just coming at you, and you're just going along.
Yeah, it's wonderful. I can hear all the psychologists out there saying, this is fantastic. This is what we want to hear about. But it is very, very true. Part 3. We've called this part Life Beyond Racing.
Okay.
So you're known for being extremely social and warm on the circuit. We've talked about friends from every nation, laughing, connecting. Where does the energy come from?
That's such a good question. I'm just this way since I was born. I was just a bit like this always. And maybe coming from like a big family with 3 siblings, it's always fun. It's always like something going on. So although what's so interesting, all of us is so different. Like we're completely different from each other. I just turn out like this. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a very cool answer. I have to say, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very cool lady. You're also very self-aware. So tell us something about yourself that maybe you're not so proud of. Something your friends or family tease you about.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I can be a bit in my own way and kind of like zoom out of everything else. So like if I'm really going through something, or if like I'm really focused on something, I can be a bit ignorant of our people around me.
Yeah, let's
I can be a bit selfish in that sense.
let's talk about life on the hill. You still live in Zagreb, close to where you grew up, and I
Hmm.
heard your room still has your Topolino trophy, medal from the Junior Worlds hanging on the wall. How does it feel to come home after all the travel around the globe and see those reminders of how far you've come in your career?
It's it's nice. Like I have quite a lot of stuff in my room that's related to skiing. But my favorite is my bib from World Cup finals when I was fifth. It was my first World Cup finals. And then I think like how much I changed from that moment, and also, but it was kind of not that long ago, and it's just cool. It's my favorite bib. It's like the most important one in my room. Yeah, it's fun. Although I don't keep all my trophies and medals in my room. I also like to have like some empty space that's not like reminding me of skiing all the time when I'm
Hmm.
at home.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
really nice. And talking about the home life, you still live with your family, share a room with your sister,
Yeah.
which I think is beautiful.
Bunk
But
beds.
okay, so here's the one. Do you ever argue, or is there total peace at home?
No, we
And if there's
can.
an argument, does Amir step in?
Nah, never. He's like the most on the side person when it comes to that. Like I don't know. Don't ask me anything. Solve it yourself. But my sister is pretty chill. She's very calm. But sometimes it can escalate that she gets also like you know into it like a bit. Um, we argue and stuff, but it's not so often. Not as when we were kids.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Yeah.
It always goes off when you're kids. I want to go back to this music thing because I know it's one of your passions. You play several musical instruments, and you even have a record player in your room that you love to blast whenever you can. You know who wrote these questions, don't you? What does music represent to you? Does it help you disconnect from the pressures of being the world number one in slalom, or does it actually fuel the motivation, the get and go?
Both. It definitely helps me disconnect when I have to disconnect, and also fuel me when I am looking for some fuel.
Okay,
Yeah.
lovely.
Yeah.
And I heard at the end of season party you even performed
Yep.
live in front of the whole World Cup circuit, completely sober, I'm told, even though
Completely
you'd
sober.
announced that you'd get drunk when you
Yeah.
won the Globe. How did that moment feel? Showing your confidence in front of all of your ski racing buddies.
That was such a fun night. Yeah, I know I said I will get drunk. It was just the first thing that popped to my mind because everyone knows that I'm not really drinking, and I've never been drunk in my life. And then I was like, well, if this party won't be worth getting drunk, I don't know which party will. But then in the end, I was just already so happy, and like just I would say I have like I don't need much stimulation to be like happy and sociable. And then I didn't feel like going into it, but everyone was buying me drinks, and I would just like put them away. Like, thank you. But it was so nice, and everyone was quite drunk around me. So I thought like there was a band playing. It was such a good band. And then I thought, well, no one really cares if I sound stupid or anything. They're all drunk, they're all happy. And I might as well try something. And then I asked if I can like sing with them and play a bit. Yeah.
What did you play?
I was rapping Sabotage by Beastie Boys.
Wow.
Yeah.
See, I'd gone to bed early that night, so
You were
I
there?
missed it. I was there
Ah,
earlier,
okay,
but
okay,
I didn't.
okay. Yeah, it was fun. But
Nobody
Julia
wants
has a
an old
video.
journalist there. Nobody wants the old guys there.
You can put the video. I don't mind.
Let's get down to it. You're already a Globe winner at 21 years of age. What are the big dreams now to keep moving forwards?
Yeah, that's a good question because I honestly don't really think so much about it. Um, I just feel very content of like where I am, and I find great satisfaction in like the work that I'm doing and like the aspects where I want to improve, which is good. But there's for sure it's like different feeling coming into this season. there's like more pressure from one side, but also just more serenity and calmness, because I kind of did already achieve something so big that maybe sometimes I didn't even dare to dream of. And then I'm kind of thinking I should not stress this too much, because I don't feel like stressing it. But again, that's when the best things happen. So I'll hope I can use it for more of the good days.
And then, of course, do you think about overall titles? Are there Olympic medals in your dreams? Or are you simply wanting to become the best version of Zrinka Ljutić can possibly be?
I mean, both. And I think it's fun. It will be fun to win Olympic medal overall as well. But I look at it like as something that's like nice to work for. It's not like if I have not ever get there that I'll feel disappointed. So, and I from what I've learned about myself is when I try to become a better version of myself than I was yesterday, just these things just come as they ought to come. And yeah, I think there's a lot to it, that we all can just work to be better than we were. And you never know where's the limit. But from what I've seen and witnessed and what I got to experience on my own skin, it's pretty high. So it's nice.
But every time we sit together and talk, you raise the bar another level, from touching the globe to winning the globe to Olympic medals this season. I think your self-belief, your confidence, and your natural beauty and honesty will take you all the way to those dreams becoming reality. Is that fair to say?
Thank you. I would like, yeah, I believe so. I think so.
I do too.
Thanks.
I really do too. Okay, let's have some fun. Let's spice it up a little bit. This is called rapid fire. You have to answer with the first thing that comes into your mind. No passing, quick answers. Slick and quick, we say in the commentary game. You ready?
Yep.
Slalom or giant slalom?
Slalom.
Semmering, Kranjska Gora or Courchevel?
Kranjska Gora.
Ooh, that's a nice answer. Mick Jagger or Freddie Mercury?
Freddie.
Freddie all the way. Vinyl or Spotify?
Vinyl.
Yeah. Rap or rock?
Rock.
Piano or guitar?
Guitar.
Snowy mountains or summer beach?
Summer beach.
It's been a long summer in the mountains. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunrise.
Solo training or team session?
Both. Can I say that?
Not really.
No, okay, then.
But you just did.
Then solo. So.
Okay, then we go.
I'm a lone wolf.
That's nice. Perfect run or unexpected save?
Perfect run. It's always better.
Dancing or playing?
Playing.
Pre-race song you never skip?
Sleep Now in the Fire by Rage Against the Machine.
One thing you can't travel without?
My pillow. So true.
If you weren't a ski racer, what would you be doing?
No idea.
No idea. There you go.
I mean, so many things I could do, so I can't pick one, right?
That's fair enough. It's a good answer.
Yeah.
Let's make them tougher. Janica or Ivica?
Janica.
Bodie Miller or Herman Meyer?
Bodie Miller.
One word to describe the Ljutić family?
Fun.
The best fan message you ever received?
Okay, can I just think a little bit? No?
Not really, but you can, of course. You're the slalom champion.
Fan message. Oh, that I look like a tractor when I ski? Like a tractor on my skis? It's a good compliment. Like, apparently. It's like I'm so, like, solid. And...
Oh, I see. I mean, I was thinking vegetables and the farm. You know, I don't know what I was thinking there. One last question. If you could race one course for the rest of your life, which one would it be?
I would say Zoldan GS.
Now, that is the perfect thing to say. Zrinka, thank you for bringing your joy, your honesty, and your Croatian fire to Alpine Pulse Unplugged. And to all of our listeners, thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe to Alpine Pulse Unplugged on Spotify, Apple Podcast, YouTube, Fizz TV, and all major platforms. Zrinka Ljutić, thank you so much. This has been a real pleasure. Have a great season.
Thanks.
Alpine Pulse is an official podcast of the FIS, produced by Maniac Studios.